You ever look at someone doing something amazing and like starting a business, learning guitar, running marathons, and think, man, I wish I started earlier? Yeah, we've all been there. You see someone your age doing something cool and suddenly your brain turns into a 24-hour regret machine. Why didn't I start that in my 20s? Why didn't I learn coding before it was cool? Why didn't I buy Bitcoin when it was $2? Well, right, because you didn't. But guess what? That's perfectly fine. Because here's the truth. It's never too late to start. Now I know, it sounds like one of those motivational posters you see in classrooms. You know, the one with a cat hanging on a tree branch like, hang in there, but this one's actually real. Let's talk about it. Think about this. Colonel Sanders, the KFC guy, started his fried chicken empire at age 65. 65. That's the age when most people are thinking about retiring. Not deep frying chicken for global domination. He didn't say, well, I'm too old to chase my dreams. Nope. He just put on his white suit, grabbed his secret recipe, and made everyone crave crispy chicken forever. And that's the point. There is no expiration date on starting something new. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly the universe says, sorry buddy, your dream starting license has expired. Try again in the next life. Life doesn't work like that. You can start anything, anytime. You can start working out at 40. You can start painting at 60. You can learn a new language at 70. You can start a YouTube channel at 12 or 82. The only real too late is when you stop believing it's possible. Now let's get real for a second. Starting late feels scary, right? You see all these young people doing big things and your brain goes, ugh, I'm so behind. But behind what? Behind who? There's no finish line. This isn't a race, it's life. And in life, everyone's running their own weird, wobbly marathon at their own pace. Some people start early and burn out fast. Others start late and crush it. It's not about when you start, it's about not stopping. Let me tell you something funny, when I first tried to learn the guitar, I was terrible, like the neighbors called animal control, kind of terrible. I gave up after a week because my fingers hurt. Fast forward years later, I picked it up again, and now I can play a few songs without people leaving the room. Progress. The difference wasn't age, it was mindset. We think starting late means we're at a disadvantage, but starting late also means you've got experience, patience, and probably fewer distractions. You know what matters now. You don't need to impress anyone, you just want to do it for you. And that's powerful. Let's say you're 40 and you want to learn drawing. You think, what's the point? Well, the point is, you'll be 45 one day anyway. Would you rather be 45 with 5 years of drawing practice, or 45 still wishing you started? Time's going to pass no matter what. You might as well use it to build something. You know that one uncle who suddenly decides to get fit and starts running 5K every morning? Yeah, the same guy who used to get out of breath walking to the fridge? Now he's healthier than all of us. That's what happens when you stop worrying about being late and just start. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need perfect resources. You just need to take that first step. Want to write a book? Start with 1 page. Want to learn to dance? Move like nobody's watching, even though everyone totally is and they're secretly jealous of your courage. Want to change careers? Start learning one new thing about that field today. Tiny steps are still steps. And honestly, the first step is always the hardest. Because that's the moment you have to push past fear, doubt, and the little voice in your head saying, what if I fail? But you know what's scarier than failing? Looking back years from now and realizing you never even tried. You don't have to have it all figured out. Nobody does. Even the people who look like they do are just winging it with better lighting. So don't wait for someday, because someday isn't a real day on the calendar. It's a trap word we use to delay the things we actually want. Want to start something? Start messy, start small, start scared, just start. Because every big thing you see around you, every successful person, every invention, every story started with someone deciding, I'll try. And maybe you've been sitting on an idea, a passion, a dream, something that keeps whispering, what if? Don't silence that voice. Listen to it. Even if you start today and stumble tomorrow, at least you're moving. And movement, no matter how small, beats standing still every single time. So here's your friendly reminder. It's never too late to start learning, growing, changing, or becoming the person you want to be. Never too late to get in shape. Never too late to make peace with your past. Never too late to follow that spark in your chest. You might not be able to go back and start from the beginning, but you can start now and make a brand new ending. And if that little voice in your head still says, "But I'm too old," just tell it, "Hey, Colonel Sanders started at 65. I'm practically early." So go ahead, start that thing you've been putting off. Your future self is already cheering for you. Because remember, it's never too late to start. If you loved it, like, share, and let me hear your thoughts.